Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the AM Silver Bullet for Friday, July 5th. So we had high impact news here. I believe it was CPI. Not really, I don't remember. But I mean, look at this candle. It wiped out everybody, right? And we were at the high of the so far. So I mean, it took out both sides, took out all this liquidity. So we came to the Silver Bullet hour. Let's turn on some of these things. Let's turn on Kraken Visuals. Let's turn on Kraken Silver Bullet Pro and the PO3 Multiplier. And I already have the watermark on, the macros on, and I will leave these two off. I usually use those for live trading, so I don't use them as much in the videos because it's just harder to see there. I use them live. I toggle the volume on and off as I'm trading to find out, yes, that bar is going to probably become traded back into. Perfect. So I have the Kraken PO3 Multiplier open. So that's 1 hour candles. If you look at it, all the liquidity is below. So London, Asia is all below. It all been taken out by this. There's New York sell side lunch. Hasn't been taken. And AM sell side. Everything else and previous down here. So pretty much most of the liquidity has been taken at this point. So let's go in here and turn it all off. Asia was taken. London was taken. Kill zone is going to start here, right here at 10 o'clock. So kill zone high has been taken. Kill zone low, we'll leave the high off. New York lunch low is there. High was taken. Buy side. And I believe that was it. Okay, so there's not much liquidity higher. We're in new all-time high. So basically you trade to go higher until an SLR forms. So, all right. So let's see what we get here. Let's start marking things. We do have a breaker right here. Let's just mark this here. Just like this. Mark this as a breaker block. Okay. Why is the breaker block low, high, lower, low, breaks through? It's a breaker right here. So let's see what happens here. The breaker is going to hold. It's going to hold. Okay. Why am I not taking the breaker? I want to see it. I want to make sure it holds. See if it holds. I don't like this candle. When it went through here, it also made this an inversion. So at the same time, why live I wouldn't just put a limit order here is because of this inversion fair value gap right here that's covering it. I want to see it being respected. So if they both are respected here, and I go out, I'll take an entry, off this or off this order block. But I want to see how it's being respected, because if it violates this, it could easily hit this and go lower. I want to see them. I want to see how it reacts here. So I want to see if it's going to drop lower. Okay, and it did. All right. It's going to come back. All right. So right here, we have SMT with ES. Okay. Which is great, because now I know once we clear these things, we can enter a trade, right? Because you have a fair value gap here, you have it'll be an inverse inversion, so a regular fair value gap here, which I wouldn't even count at that point because we have this one overlapping. So I'll wait for it to clear over it and then remove it. All right, so I'm going to remove this inversion, okay, because I know that we have this inversion fair value gap right now, right? So canceled that one, created this one. This was a fair value gap to see if it was going to continue down. It went right through it, so now it's an inversion. And you can see, obviously, the hourly candles open low, hopefully high, close. So now when we come back into this inversion, I would take a trade, which is right in line with this breaker block. So I like those. Okay, so we're gonna. I have no choice. Oh, I was gonna move this over. I have no choice but to buy there, even though I'd be here. So I'm gonna put my stop kind of in the middle, right here, middle of the breaker block, and below the inversion, and my TP is going up here. Now I know it's different because of this, so because of the way this is. So I'm using my steep TP and targets based off of this because we would have entered down here or as we were down here, not up here Tradingview. So please ignore and don't put comments in about, hey, you're not even taking a 2-to-1 trade. Actually, I am. It's actually 3.3 to 1. But because of Tradingview's way they do it, I'm not taking a 3 to 1. This is a 15-point stop, and this actually needs to be up a little bit more right there. 15-point stop with aiming for 50 points, which is right here. Why 50? Because I like round numbers. I mean, it's just how it is. So let's continue here. This is just one mini contract. I get asked in the comments, do you trade minis? And I do and I don't. I trade micros and minis. The problem is I do all my markings on the mini, and when I'm trading, it trades into the micros with different contracts with my copy trader. So all my markings are on NQ, and so to do all these videos on MNQ, I have to redo all my markups that I do during the day, and I don't feel like doing that. So that's why all my videos are in minis. So, but it works on minis. It works obviously on micros. The amounts are different. So don't pay attention to the amounts. Just pay attention to the functionality, right? I do this because people want to know how much you could have made if you did one micro or one mini, and so that's why I do it. Could just and there's no way that I know to change this to ticks in replay. If there is, please comment. I'd love to know how to do that. Now we're above this right here. Actually, we're right at it. So once we clear above that, I wouldn't want to see that broke. So I'd want to move my stop up there. But I want to see it broke through. Like we're right at it. I want to see a closure above. Oh. Ooh. All right, well, I'm going to buy again. Yep, I'm going to add again. Hey, it's a little bit closer to my thing. My stop is still here. Why am I buying again? Because this is holding. This is holding. I'm still up here. Didn't like that candle. And okay, that's better. Close above that. Okay, perfect. Now we can go up to here. Why here? This is inversion now, right here. I'm going to put it on the chart here so you see it. This is an inversion. I wouldn't want to see this broke. I'm not even wicked into. I want to see that completely hold price. So if it does, I want to be out. I don't want to risk it again. It can get traded into if it wants to. That's fine by me. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. See how the rest goes. Okay. That is, let me see if you can see this hourly candle is very good. Okay. Why is this so much down there like that? Okay. All right, so I could have been up a little more to see this. All right. I'm trying to get you to see the hourly candles. So here's your past hourly candles. All right, well, we came to the 10 o'clock hour, and we had a major news event earlier in the day that swept both sides. We're at all-time highs, and so we, assume we're going higher until we get proven otherwise, right? Trade with that in mind at all-time highs is what everyone's saying. So we had a breaker block And the reason that we didn't take the breaker here immediately is because we had this fair value gap, which should have helped support price. So when it blew right through it in this 1 minute, and it broke through that, making that an inversion fair value gap, we sit on our hands. We wait, see what's going on. We came down. We had SMT with ES, which is great. Then we wanted to see price trade back up through this. Well, we also had a bearish fair value gap here, a SIBI, and it didn't hold price. It just traded right through it, making that an inversion fair value gap. And so when we trade back into that, could have taken one here, I guess. When it came back in here, which probably would have been a better trade versus more closer to my entry. So this would have been your first candle you could have entered on. Took it here. Our stop was, our thing was here, and I used my stop here, and the targets were just over this high, but I want it to be even number, so 50 was good. We kind of go up, and then we didn't clear above this. Once we cleared above this, I was raising my stop because that would have been over 60%, close to like 70%, but we didn't. We stopped there, which means that held it. So I wanted to see what happened. It came back down, and because this held, I bought another contract. And then when we trade above this inversion fair value gap, and I know someone's going to say, well, why didn't you take it over this small one here? Because this was just the bigger one that I liked. It had more, and it covers these as well, so I felt safe. Once we traded above it to put my stop here, and then we took our profit at full TP. So that is your AM silver bullet for Friday, July 5th, using the Kraken suite of indicators. You can get them at ICTKraken.com.